All right, so the breaking news for your Miami Dolphins teased it going into break. Mike McDaniel announcing that Teddy Bridgewater is limited in football, limited capacity. As a result, he says they are planning to start Skylar Thompson this week against the Minnesota Vikings.
What the hell is going on here? Now this is affecting us for 2 weeks because some guy from Queens decided to say that. I saw him stumble. Everyone review the footage. Did you see the stumble? No one saw the stumble.
Yeah. Well, either way, he is not. He's not out there, and he says on Tua being able to go in the Vikings, I don't see a scenario where he is active. Yeah. So we can throw that out. He does not rule out Teddy Bridgewater being able to back up Skylar by the end of the week, but they are planning to go this week and prepare with Skylar Thompson being their quarterback.
Huh. Oh, so is this your official, like, last time you pretty much buried Skylar Thompson, but you said,
deserved.
I'll give him one chance if he gets all the reps in practice this week.
Yeah.
So you're giving him one last chance?
I'm giving him this week.
All right, cool.
Wow.
I'll take that.
What?
2 games is enough for me to know whether or not Skylar's limited or Skylar's the
you guys are doing a couple weird things here. Like, first of all, I don't want Skylar Thompson to be the Dolphins quarterback. I want Tua to be the Dolphins quarterback. So what am I really putting on the line here? Like, you're telling me okay, so here's what's on the line for me this week with Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
Do I ever want to see him play quarterback for the Miami Dolphins again in any scenario? That's what's on the line.
No. Okay. No. But the way you've handled Skylar Thompson doesn't mean that you don't want Tua to be the quarterback. But you've kind of handled it like he's a bum.
He was a bum this week. He had a bum performance. You cannot call him a bum.
Wait,
that
can
could
I
be a
ask you a
little bit
question?
harsh.
In those situations, who wouldn't be? Third string quarterback all of a sudden playing as a rookie. Who wouldn't be a little rough around the edges?
He wasn't rough around the edges, dude. He didn't even have an edge. Except the rushers who tackled him right in the face.
So according to you, a 7th-round pick, if he gets an opportunity 5 games in the season, should be able to produce.
Cater Coe was producing week 1, dude.
Ooh,
undrafted.
He's a different position.
You didn't. Did you say? Hold on. Did you say quarterback? You said 7th rounder.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Quarterback. We're talking about quarterback.
Okay, but that's not what you specified.
I mean, there's guys that come in and play receiver that end up lighting it up. I mean, that's a different position.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that Skylar Thompson should be able to light it up like
well, I'm not even expecting him to light it up. I just don't want him to be a time bomb, which is what he was.
Okay, because he's young.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Whew. Got to tell you.
Oh, we have also some big breaking news here. The Miami Dolphins have removed the ping pong table out of the locker room.
What?
Yep. Multiple reporters saying the ping pong table gone from the locker room.
Wow.
This will turn the tides, Leroy.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
No,
so if they win this
table,
week, we're gonna blame it on.
If the ping pong table, no, first of all, as Crash Davis said, you never F with a winning streak. So if they do win, ping pong table will never come back.
Wow, but we won 3 with the ping pong table there.
But unfortunately, you lost 2, and apparently everybody was doing their best Forrest Gump impression, so we have to taper that back.
Well, I would like to add something to that.
Sure.
Does the ping pong table come back when Tua comes back? Because that's going to be your best chance of winning.
Ooh.
I don't know. Hard to say.
Depends on how much
and it would be hard to make these drastic changes when you know part of the reason is why you're in this situation is because third-string quarterback is playing.
McDaniel said that Tyreek Hill and the rest of the, according to Marcel Louis Jacques' Twitter account, Marcel says that Tyreek and the rest of the team captains decided to take the ping pong table out of the locker room to focus more intently on their upcoming opponent.
Okay.
So
then it's a players thing.
It's a players
It's not a coach thing.
Well, listen, the captains decide.
I could see that. I could see a
I like
player
that, though.
doing it, not the
I
coaches
like
though.
the players doing it because to me, I feel like ping pong is fun. Mike McDaniel is fun. I don't want him to stop being fun because we lost 2 games.
No, but
I can
here's the
understand
problem.
why you
Here's
want
the
more
thing.
focus. I'm just happy the players did it.
Here's the thing that Mike McDaniel is doing.
What's that?
He's empowering the players to control that.
Right.
So they have more of a grasp on whether guys are doing what they need to do or not. Not the coach. The coach doesn't see him as much as the guys in the locker room, the guys studying, the guys doing whatever. So if the players decided to do that, I'm all for it because they have a better grasp of who's doing what than the coaches.
Very interesting. So the Dolphins going into this week with Skylar Thompson as their starting QB.
And no ping pong.
Possibly Teddy Bridgewater as their backup. Although I guess they could end up with Sinnott to win it if things go real bad as backup. Oof. Oof.
Remember how you felt about that? Send it to win it.
Yeah. It was going so good for 3 weeks, dude.
Really
the
was.
best 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Hey.
It was the best.
Hey.
What?
First of all, relax. They got 12 games left.
I know, but I don't want this.
It happens.
Start.
Like at the end of every year, you're gonna
start.
look at the end of every year, you're gonna look back and say, "Oh, we should have had that one. We should have had that." Let the season play out.
That was so much fun, Leroy. It was the best.
Are you saying your season's ruined?
I'm not gonna say it's ruined. I'm just saying I want it back. I want it back.
Okay, there's only one team who's is not unhappy about their season right now.
The Eagles?
Yeah. They haven't lost. Odds. Everybody else has lost. You look at Baltimore. Baltimore's leading the division. The 2 losses they have were epic failures.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, you look at so many other teams that this is just part of a season.
Well, if you listen to the Bills fans, their loss wasn't a true loss to the Dolphins because they lost to the Sun.
Oh, so they did a Tobin.
I don't like that. You know,
not a true loss.
You're very mean to me today.
Really?
I think it's because of your
where does not a true loss come from?
I don't know, but it wasn't a true loss to the Bengals.
No, for sure.
Like Tua got knocked out. That's not a true loss.
So
and
you can do
football,
that. You can do that. You can do that. Why can't the Bills do that?
I'm not because their excuse is stupid. The starting quarterback getting knocked out of a game is much more legitimate than the Sun.
Yeah, but guess what? In the end, it doesn't matter because you lost.
Not true.
You ain't gonna get that. You ain't gonna get it back. So who cares? Why? Keep it moving.
Let their guard down. That's fine. And enjoy. You know what they got right now? Right now they're at a rest stop. First place for them is not the destination. It's a rest stop. Enjoy it now while the Dolphins are fueling up. Enjoy it. It'll be brief. You idiots.
Wow. You are on a roll.
Let's get on over to our Dolphins injury report. Brought to you by University of Miami Sports Medicine Institute. They treat athletes of all levels, elite pros, active adults, and youth athletes. Recover your game. Visit uhealthsportsmedicine.com. We have an update on the Miami Dolphins quarterback situation. First, let's hear from Mike McDaniel. The news broke today that Tua is going to be out and practice on a limited basis. So here is Mike McDaniel discussing Tua returning to the field.
Again, I'm not trying to get ahead of myself and think about the Z component. I'm worried about A, and A is getting him on the field and having him throw a football and being around his teammates. And that's what today's step is. We'll go about 12 to 24 hours, right? But I can say with certainty that he's not going to be playing this Sunday.
Okay, so we have that. No Tua this Sunday. Here's a little bit more on the potential of Tua, even if he's cleared, not playing.
It said that even if Tua is cleared, that he won't not play on Sunday. Was that accurate? And if so, what's the threshold between being cleared medically and being you comfortable putting it back at risk?
So that it is accurate in that there is a definite scenario that he will be cleared before Sunday's game, but in this particular scenario with regard to him, like I just said, he hasn't done a thing on the football field for literally 2 weeks. So I don't think that wouldn't be fair to the player. That wouldn't be fair to the team. I think that's something that I don't feel comfortable putting him in that situation. So I guess whatever Barry's sources are, they're pretty accurate, and I need to find out who your sources are.
No, wow, Barry, run, Barry.
Hey, here's what I would say to reporters. Don't ever say sources, right?
Who are they supposed to say?
Don't matter. Just ask the question. Because if you say sources,
well, he's not asking. No. What he's referring to though is Barry probably reported his sources saying that even if Tua is cleared, he's not going to play.
Right.
So
now you know what sucks. I hate this game we're playing, right? And I get what Mike McDaniel's doing, and I applaud him, and I've had it done to me, right? I told you, Bill Belichick did it to me.
That's right.
He said he didn't feel, and his exact words were, I don't feel comfortable with you getting taken to the hospital, you playing 6 days later.
Yeah.
Even though I went through all the testing and practice and all that.
Well,
I don't like that we're making these decisions based on how it looks and not on how things are.
I get you on that, but I will say, and I'm not blaming Mike McDaniel, I think just the worst case scenario happened to happen. I do feel like it's only human for him to feel a little bit of guilt for what happened to Tua. He was very distraught by what happened. And I do think that he and Tua, the week leading up to the Bengals game, likely had a conversation that was very much Tua pushing to play, and that he wanted to go with what his players, because he has said with all of his players, when it's not concussion even, let's just talk back. He respects his veterans, that they go around and they do whatever they can to play. He has the respect to Teron Armstead. He does have to practice. He's going to do what it takes to play. Same thing with Xavier Howard. Same thing with Tyreek Hill. He's going to support his quarterback in that spot. I feel it only natural after what happened to Tua happens. Mike McDaniel is going to have a little bit more reservation about hearing that from Tua, because I'm sure he's still hearing from Tua. Hey, Mike,
he should,
there, baby.
He should. And again, one of the things I appreciate about what Mike McDaniel is doing, he's making this decision not about football, but about the relationship he has with somebody he cares about.
Right.
And so I get it. I'm not saying Mike McDaniel's at fault about this at all. I'm not saying that he's not doing the right thing. I am saying that now we're putting all parties involved in a situation where even if you have clearance by all of the medical evaluators, right, that now we're looking at the situation based on how it looks and not the reality of health or not health, right? And so all the comments kind of speak to that. That, look, I have Mike is basically saying, I have a personal relationship with this guy. I care about, his health, not just now, but in the future. So I'm going to err on the side of caution because I care about this dude, right? If he were to say, which some coaches would, that we'll talk about it when he clears concussion protocol, and he does clear it, and they play him, and there are people that are going to say, wait, that doesn't seem like it was enough time.
I don't feel like that's this is like one of those things where I don't know what the time's going to be where people
That's my point, though. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that if you're healthy, you're healthy. If you're not, you're not. But we're getting so far away from this, and we're going with how it looks.
I understand, but the reason why I can kind of empathize with Mike McDaniel in that spot is, how can he not? You know what I mean? Like, how can he not?
That's why I said I'm not blaming him.
I'm not blaming him. I'm not saying he has fault, but I think it's a natural human thing for the coach to feel that when
if you care about the guy, and they seem to have a really good relationship, and so I could imagine how torn he is about having to make the decision, so he's kind of slow rolling it. You know what I mean? Like if you don't want, say if you have a son or a daughter that plays sports and the doctor says they're okay to come back and you say, you know what, let's see, you know, I want to see you run around and get back in shape and whatever. Okay, we'll come at it next week, right? And I think that's what he's doing just out of concern and about his relationship with Tua. He's basically saying, like, look, it's not fair to him. It's not fair to the team. It's not fair to anybody involved that if he were to even clear concussion protocol, to put him back in the game after having so much time off. Which, like, yeah, it happens all the time, right? That a guy comes back from injury, doesn't practice during the week and practices and plays on Sunday. So I do believe he's trying to do, you know, I would say more of the friend and fatherly thing more than the coach thing, you know? And so I appreciate that. I think the players will appreciate, you know, working with Mike McDaniel in the future. However, it doesn't kind of apply to the standards that we use to determine if somebody's healthy or not. Because we're looking at this situation and saying, oh, that's not enough time. That's not enough time.
It's not, well, but look, like right now they have a quarterback who can't practice today right, because of how it apparently looked, even though it all looked to us like nothing happened with Teddy Bridgewater. So I don't know what was going on there.
Joey from the Bronx, he got us.
Yes, I don't think he should be out there. I'll hang up and listen.
I mean, because guess what? Think about this. A spotter?
Yeah.
That doesn't even sound right.
Sounds like something. Sounds like somebody in Game of Thrones,
right?
Like the guy who sends the ravens,
right?
Wasn't there a guy? Didn't they do something in golf? You can like call in and say,
yeah.
So isn't that not the same thing? And the reason
no,
why
they quit, they quit doing that now.
Oh, you're not allowed to do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
No, because guess what?
They realized it was stupid.
People calling in only can call in about the guys who are leading the tournament. They're not seeing every shot. So it's unfair. It's unfair to the guys that just because I'm on TV means I got to be under scrutiny of everybody watching golf.
It really crazy. It is a crazy thing.